In episode 2 of season 1, 46 long, we see Christopher and Brendan Falone rob a shipment of DVD players. These players are stolen from a trucking company named Comey's Trucking, which gives protection money to Junior. In the first scene, however, we see Carmela feel sorry for AJ's science teacher as his car has been stolen and asks Tony if he can help. Tony then says to AJ, "What are you getting in science?" Which AJ responds with a D, and Tony says he'll help. Tony then arranges for Pussy, who runs an auto repair shop, to look out for the vehicle, a task which Pussy does not like. The thieves are eventually found, but then discover that the car was chopped and they have to steal another one. The teacher is surprised when his car returns, however, with the same plates, but then has different colours and a different set of keys. Now, back to the Christopher and Brendan Falone story. They deliver the DVD players to Tony, Silvio, and Paulie at the Bada Bing. Junior, however, is angry that this protection money has effectively been stolen from him, and he demands a sit-down, not just with Tony, who is a capo at the moment, but also with the DeMille family's boss, Jackie Aprio, who is riddled with cancer, and Jackie really does not want this stress right now. He can't cope with this stress. He has cancer, he's dying, he has his wife and child and son to think about. He is very busy, he has his own problems. And then he thinks about naming a successor. But in the meantime, during this sit-down, he rules that restitution must be made, which Tony accepts, and tells Christopher that he needs to pay up $15,000 because that is what was negotiated at the sit-down. When Tony insists that he must receive the full amount, he says he will get Junior to whittle down the money a little, and that he'll give Christopher whatever is made back. But Christopher is not stupid and tells Brendan, as they're leaving Sachial's, that he knows Tony will take maybe up to $5,000 for himself, and little will be left for him and Brendan. And now, while they've been told they cannot attack this trucking company, they cannot rob a truck, they can't do anything to this company because Junior is paid protection money by them. And if they don't get the protection, then why would they pay protection money to Junior? And this makes Junior seem weak among the other captains and the capos. And Junior knows that Jackie Aprio is gonna die soon with the cancer, and he knows that there will be a new boss of the DeMille crime family, and it opens up a big conjunction of a storyline which really is about Junior getting the respect of capos, captains, and made men, so that he can effectively take control of the DeMille crime family. And while they've been told you cannot attack this trucking company again, when they are high on drugs, they hijack a shipment, this time of Italian suits. When Brendan arrives to pick up Christopher, though, Christopher is stoned, and he decides that he's going to not do the job, and Brendan, however, decides that he doesn't care that Christopher's not getting involved, and he will do it himself. And he works with two other people, and when one of them drops his gun to the floor, it kills one of the truck drivers who works for Comey Trucking. When Tony learns of this, he is furious, and he orders that Christopher and Brendan must return the full amount of suits back to Junior and come to an agreement with him to pay a certain amount of money up, which means he's really paying more than the $15,000 he's already agreed on. But first, Silvio, Tony, and Paulie, no, I think it might be Pussy actually, or maybe Paulie as well, they help themselves to a few suits first, which is just really a theme you'll see throughout the Sopranos, in which they skim a bit off the top. When Livia is cooking, there's a fire that occurs. She seems confused, and this is when Tony knows she really does need to accept a nurse who would live in the house and help her. But Livia really enrages this nurse. And this nurse leaves her job. She leaves the job Tony's just employed her to do, and she walks out of it because Livia because of how Livia acts. And then when Livia is driving one of her friends to her home, she accidentally forgets to put her car in the reverse, and she knocks over one of her friends whom she'd just given the lift to. And Livia is forced to move into the Green Grove retirement community after this, but she doesn't like it, but she's got to go in. While Tony is at her house, clearing up and moving some things out for Green Grove, Tony almost has a panic attack when he sees a photo of himself when he was a child with the parents. And although Tony himself tells his mother that he can't take it anymore, he can't take her negativity. Tony then tells his therapist Melfi that he feels guilty, and she says that he needs to work out his feelings, which of hatred and anger against his mother, which he walks out. He doesn't accept her advice, even though he's paying her like hundreds of dollars an hour for it. When they're at the Bada Bing, Georgie, this will be another theme of Tony beating up Georgie. Georgie can't use the telephone. He's an idiot. He's a bumbling mess. He can't do it. But Tony sees Georgie as like how Livia couldn't work the phone. And then Tony grabs something. I'm not entirely sure what he grabs. And he smashes him over the head with it, which is, again, a theme of Tony beating up Georgie. But we really do see this go on, and I think we're going to see this carry on for a while. It's one of those things, you can't get out of it. It's going to happen, and it's really just is a matter of how does it work, what do they do, what is it they are thinking, and when we see all this, we know what's happening. But yes, that is it for episode 2 of Sopranos, the review of season 1, episode 2, 46 long. Thank you, and see you next time.